everybody wants to face each other. So is that where we're at right now with Canelo?
No. Crawford needs the money.
Crawford needs the money?
Yeah, he needs the money.
How can you convince fans that he can beat Canelo?
I ain't trying to convince y'all that he can beat Canelo. He's a good fighter.
You know, I'm gonna make all those doubters at the end of the day, at the end of the fight, they all gonna cry when they get home. You know, and I meant that.
You know. Davis claims that Canelo Way Alvarez will dominate Terence Crawford when they eventually face each other in the ring. He highlights that Crawford is not untouchable, recalling how Gervonta Gamboa once troubled him in a past fight. According to Davis, this proves that Canelo's strength and size will be overwhelming. He argues that the gap between them is obvious and expects Crawford's past vulnerabilities to reappear against such a powerful and dangerous opponent.
How can you convince fans that he can beat Canelo?
I ain't trying to convince y'all that he can beat Canelo. He's a good fighter. But, bro, I would say smaller fighters are always better than bigger fighters because they're smaller, they know how to move and things like that. But this guy is great at what he do. And another thing, bro.
Terence Crawford has made a career out of silencing skeptics. After conquering the lightweight and welterweight divisions as an undisputed champion, he is now preparing for the massive challenge of taking on Canelo Alvarez at super middleweight. While many question whether he can handle the size and strength difference, Crawford insists that his skill set will make the difference. With unwavering confidence, he stated that those doubting him will be proven wrong on fight night, highlighting his determination and mental resilience ahead of one of boxing's boldest ventures.
We got between Canelo and Terence Crawford. Tank is going to pick Canelo to knock Crawford out. We all know Tank had his little run-ins with Bud and things of that nature, to where Bud said he will fight Tank at 147, which is crazy to me, right? Tank ain't going to no damn 147. But nonetheless, Gervonta Tank Davis go ride with Canelo. And, you know, he a smart man. He a smart man. Because I think everybody and their mama see that, Canelo Alvarez is too big for Terence Crawford, just like Terence Crawford knew it. But Gervonta Tank Davis always picked Canelo over everybody. Doesn't matter who it is.
Gervonta Davis, one of the standout names. At lightweight, is not held back when sharing his opinion on the potential clash between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. He's famous for his knockout power. Davis consistently predicts a Canelo victory. Believes Alvarez's size, strength, and experience on the biggest stages will be too much for Crawford, noting that Crawford has never competed at such a high weight. In Davis's view, Canelo's track record across several divisions makes him the safer choice. Even against a fighter as talented as Crawford,
I don't see Crawford knocking Canelo out. If Canelo lets Crawford get away with boxing, he may have a shot. If Canelo comes in there and boxes and cut the ring, Canelo has a chance of knocking Crawford out.
What?
Yeah.
You said Canelo got a shot at knocking Crawford out?
I think he does.
Wow.
Remember, Crawford coming up for 135. And I don't know if y'all remember when he fought Gamboa. Gamboa rocked him a little bit too. And we talk about Canelo Alvarez.
That was a long time ago if we gonna do that. Canelo got rocked by Jose Miguel Cotto.
I didn't know that. But on the real, Canelo has faced a bigger opposition. He's faced a bigger and a harder punchers. Who has Crawford faced that's a big puncher? Canelo's taking more hard punches than Crawford. The tail of the tape is going to be if Crawford can take the power from Canelo, and can Canelo box with Crawford and potentially hurt him and finish the fight.
Analyst Canelo.
Yeah.
Alvarez's resume and experience stand out as some of the strongest in modern boxing. Since facing Floyd Mayweather early in his career, Alvarez has continuously challenged himself against opponents known for their size and strength. His supporters believe that while Terence Crawford is undeniably skilled, he has not encountered the same level of physically larger competition. This proven ability to succeed against bigger fighters fuels Alvarez's confidence heading into another major showdown.
Terence Crawford is a dog, that's a fact. Heart of the lion, that's a fact. Great boxer, great skills, high IQ, future Hall of Famer, that is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. You know what else is a fact, ladies and gentlemen? Terence Crawford cannot afford to get hit with these same shots by Saul Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is not the Mean Machine. Canelo Alvarez is not Sean Porter. Canelo Alvarez is not Gamboa, and he's for damn sure not Errol Spence Jr. This like Terence Crawford is not Floyd Mayweather or Lara. We trying to say that Bud's gonna do the same thing that Mayweather was able to do. Two different styles, two different type of fighters. Mayweather is a pure boxer. Terence Crawford is not a pure boxer. That does not mean that he can't box. Before y'all try to kill me in the comment section. Yes, he has the ability to box, but Terence Crawford is a boxer puncher, ladies and gentlemen. He gives angles, but he doesn't move like a Floyd Mayweather or a Lara. He's not on his toes like that. And he also likes to exchange when he gets hurt, and that can be to his detriment. And if he exchanged with Canelo a little too long, it might be NyQuil time. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section.
Analysts caution fans against relying on past comparisons when judging this fight. Canelo Alvarez is not Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford is not Floyd Mayweather. Alvarez offers his own blend of style, power, upper body movement, and durability. On the other side, Crawford's versatility and switch hitting skills make him a rare challenge. Experts stress that this matchup cannot be defined by old formulae. It's a fresh collision of styles between two elite fighters, bringing something distinct to the ring.
Boxing odd makers have Canelo versus Crawford Gillette close. Now, obviously, Canelo has the size advantage. He's 3 weight divisions heavier than Crawford. And most people believe that Crawford carries the skill advantage, being an overall more skilled fighter. Neither guy is known for tremendous defense, but it's still solid. And of course, they're both chiseled into the Mount Rushmore of pugilism for their ironclad wills. The one area that people say Canelo might have the advantage is in experience fighting heavier dudes. Now, obviously, all fighters spar out of their weight classes. But when it comes to actually fighting in the pro ranks with those 10-ounce gloves, Canelo's the only one between the two of them that has a multitude of experience fighting super middleweights and light heavyweights in the pro ranks. So does this slight advantage give Canelo the nod and make him a bit of a favorite? Or is Crawford going to prove that size doesn't matter and it's skills that pay the bills? What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments.
With experience and natural size, competing at 168 pounds is second nature for him, and his resume includes battles with several Hall of Fame level opponents. Terence Crawford, however, is celebrated as perhaps the most technically gifted fighter in the sport today. His sharp timing, precise counterpunching, and seamless stance switching pose challenges that few can solve. This showdown, ultimately, frames, size, and experience against skill and adaptability.
He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I just think that moving up in weight without having fights to merit that, I think it's the wrong move. But he couldn't handle a 154-pounder the way that he was handling everybody else before. And Madrimov is not Canelo. Canelo's been used to fighting all the bigger guys and has done very well with the bigger guys. Nobody's hurt him. I mean, he's fought the biggest punch. He fought Gennady. Come on, he fought Gennady twice, really the good fights, and then Bivol hit him with everything and couldn't hurt him. So how's Terence gonna do that? I don't think he can. I see Canelo going away maybe in a 16-12, 17-13 kind of fight. The first 3 or 4 rounds will be difficult for Canelo, or a little harder for Canelo because of the speed. But once he just like when Golovkin fought Kell Brook, the first 3 or 4 rounds where Kell was fast. But Terence is going to expose himself when he throws his punches, and Canelo's going to finally get this timing down, and I think we'll be able to control the fight.
Do you see a version of Canelo now that is slowing down? Obviously, a lot of people might point towards the Williams School fight, but again, despite how that one played out, people talk about his lack of motivation maybe for a fight like that. But do you see this version of Canelo declining?
No, I think the lack of motivation because of the opponent could have been the reason for that fight. I think these guys at that level, once they get a name, they're looking at a name. It's a different story. They're not only their motivation, but they're waking up earlier in the morning to go run. All those things come into play because they know they have a challenge ahead of them.
One thing with the weight, and again, Buddy spoke to me about this, is he said that if he was Terence, he'd come in just over the 160 limit, so he's just inside the 168 limit to try and keep a bit more of that speed instead of just like bulking up. Do you agree with that sentiment, or if you was Terence, would you just bulk up?
Well, let me say this. Like everybody else, I read or I watch some of the writings on the internet, and to see that Terence is weighing 186, 190 pounds, I think that's completely the wrong way to do it.